Hey Crafty Mavens, it's Vanessa here with a Stash It process video. Now this layout today came together really quickly. I basically just put a quick page kit together using just bits and pieces of embellishments and papers and things that I had just sitting on my desk from other projects. And this one worked out great for a Stash It kit because I dug into my cardstock for the brighter yellow cardstock, as well as that piece of pattern paper that is my background. That was from a very old crepe paper boy collection. I cannot remember the collection, but I liked the feel of that paper because the photo that I'm using is from an arcade. My kids are sitting in an arcade game, and it kind of had like a retro feel, which I always sort of think of that when I think of an arcade. And so I pulled all these things together, and there are just a mishmash of manufacturers, some crepe paper, some Maggie Holmes, some October Afternoon. I have some die cut clouds that I just put some blue ink on. And then, like I said, just some enamel dots and some other bits and pieces from just a whole bunch of items from my stash that were just sort of sitting on my desk. And because of that, not only did putting the kit come together really quickly, but this whole page came together because I'm really just doing my 3 clusters, keeping the page relatively simple, and then building up those clusters with just the bits and pieces that you saw me kind of have from my stash that I put in this kit. Probably the hardest thing to do for this page was to come up with the other alphas that I wanted to use. I had these thickers already spelled out on a piece of wax paper, and I spelled out the word arcade. Those are some multicolored, I think they were, I can't remember, they were a couple years old, but they were just a multicolored thicker that I always have a hard time using, and so it was great because it had sort of an arcade feel to them. So I just added those for my title, and then went into my stash and found these letter stickers in an orange and a yellow, which pulls in the orange and yellow that's in that pattern paper. So this is a true Stash It kit in the fact that I am pulling from multiple manufacturers, combining them all together, and I really do love how the page came together. It really feels like it really has that sort of retro feel with the colors and the sort of bits and pieces that I put together in the clusters. I kind of feel like it gives it that retro kind of look to the page, especially using those letters too. So like I said, this layout came together extremely quickly. And so I'm just going to finish up here putting this title down. And the title is an arcade favorite. And so like I said earlier, this is just a photo of my kiddos, and they are in one of the games at the arcade. This is actually in the Contempora at Disney World. And so I remember going to the arcade when I was a kid. It was one of our favorite places to go and play after we played in the parks. And so it's fun that now they still have the arcade in the Contempora, and the other hotels I believe all have them too, and that I can take my kids to the arcade and they can play. And so one of the games that they love is this one where they sit in and it kind of like moves them around this, like they watch the screen and it rocks the seats and things like that. And so they love this. It's a favorite of theirs. They always want to get on it every single time we go to Disney, and so that was the perfect title. Now, to finish up the layout, I just punched some Mickey heads in the coordinating colors from the background paper, and I am just then going to sprinkle around these enamel dots, and with that is going to finish up this page. There will be still photos at the end, so be sure to check back at the Crafty Maven for more inspiration. And for those who are in the US, I just want to say a quick happy Thanksgiving, since this video will go up and there's only a couple more days before we get to Thanksgiving. So with that, guys, I will leave you with the still photos, and I will catch you on the next one. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.